Okay, then let's start. Okay, Shahini, we're talking about number sequence. I received your assignment, but you know, in Play Store, you use iPhone or what telephone? What's your telephone? iPhone. iPhone has, what is it? Not Play Store, right? Apple Store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Apple Store. There must be a kind of camera scanner, the app. Okay. So I think you need to install it. And with this, if you just take the picture, scan your assignment or homework, and after that, just save it as a single file. And you can just save it as chapter 1 homework. Okay. And after that, as a single file, you have to send it with WhatsApp. It would be much better. All right. The first time is okay, but for example, you know, if you just write cam scan, and you will see app like that. Okay, when you just open this, you can just sign in with your telephone number or your email address, and all the documents will be saved there. Okay, and also sharing is much easier, and also it just makes adjustment automatically, and it scans much better. Okay, it looks much better. Okay, so try this. Okay, for your next homework. Okay, even for this chapter 1. Okay, and you will like it. It's really good to share your assignment and everything, because you're going to submit all the assignments for chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, right? Chapter 4, and you're going to use this a lot. Try this. Okay, if you cannot, and we will discuss again. That camera scanner, it's very, very useful and easy to use and very practical. Okay, so number sequence. Last time we talked about number sequence. What is a number sequence? And we know that each number in the sequence is called a term, right? And we did a few examples about finding the pattern, right? And also we did one example about how to write a general term of a sequence, right? And now we will do a few more questions about number sequence, that is from review questions. And that much is enough for number sequence for now. Okay, later we will see. Okay, maybe we actually can learn this more about this number sequence, more complicated questions, but for us, that much is enough. So now we have 6 questions here in review questions. Okay, let's do them together. All right. And after that, we will start, if you have time, we will start a new chapter. If you don't have time, then we will start a new chapter on Wednesday. When we're actually dealing with number sequences, Shahina, as you know, the first thing is, number 1 is starting from with what number, right? And after that, what is the pattern? How actually we are producing the successive terms, right? And we need to find the relationship or the pattern. That is the most important thing. And after that, one important thing is to be able to write the general term of a number sequence. And also, as you know, why actually should we learn or should we actually know how to write the general term of the number sequence? Once we get the formula, right, using that formula, using that algebraic formula, we can actually write any term of the sequence, like 100th term or 500th term, or any term without actually writing these terms. Okay, so here in this question it says that state the rule, and state the rule and write down the next 3 terms. Once actually we are able to state the rule, then we can write any number of terms, right? So first you have to state the rule. When you are stating the rule, as you know, first we have to mention the number sequence is starting with what number, right? And after that, how we are producing the next terms or successive terms. Let me just do this for the first one for you, and after that, you'll do the others in similar way. So here, if you notice here, to get the next term first, actually, we are just adding 6. If I add 6 again, we get the next term. If I add 6, we get the next term. Here, what is the rule here then? Then start with 1, right? Start with 1. and add 6 to get the next term. Shahina, how is my voice? Is it like echo or something, or is it clear?
No, it's okay.
Is it fine?
Yeah.
Okay then, I don't have to use earphone then. Okay, so what is the rule here? Start with 1 and add 6 to get the next term, right? That's the rule here. So now since we know the rule, to get the next term, I should just add 6 to this term. That is 19. 19 plus 6 is 25. 25, 6 is 31. 31 plus 6 is 37. It continues, but we are just asked to write the next 3 terms. That much is enough. Okay? So now can you do question B?
Let's see.
First, if you find a difference right here, plus
Yeah,
3. How about here?
Plus 6.
6. How about here?
Plus 9.
Okay, now what are these numbers? Here we have 3, 6, 9, and next number will be 12, next number will be 15. What are these numbers?
I think multiples of 3, yeah.
These are multiples of 3, right? Because 3 times 1, 3, 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 3, these are multiples of 3. So as you see here, we are just adding multiples of 3. So what is the rule here then? Start with 12. Start with 12. Start with 12 and add multiples of 3 to get the successive terms, right? Multiples of 3. So first we add the first multiple, the second multiple, the third multiple. So now we need to add the next multiple, that is 12. 30 plus 12, that is 42. And let me just write one more. And next multiple is 15. So it is 42 plus 15, it is 57. Next multiple is 18. 57 plus 18, that is 75. Right?
Uh-huh.
And how about this one? Can you do the next question, the question C?
Let's see. It's like the same one we did like last time, just that I can't remember.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what are the differences here. Here, the difference is plus 2. Here also plus 2. Here also plus 2. Here we have plus 2. And here we have plus 4. Is it? So if you notice here, 0 plus 2, that's equal to 2, right? And 2 plus 4, 2 plus 2, that's equal to 4. 2 plus 4, that's equal to 6. And 4 plus 6, that's equal to 10. 6 plus 10, it will be 16 then. And 10 plus 16, it is 26. 16 plus 26, that is 42. So what is the rule here now? What is the rule? Can you state the rule for this pattern, for this number sequence?
Add like the last number or something.
Yes, start with 0 and 2 because you should have these two numbers, right? Start with 0 and 2 and add preceding 2 terms to get the next term, right? So in order to get this term, preceding 2 terms, these are the preceding 2 terms. Successive 2 terms, preceding 2 terms, right? Actually, preceding means coming before, right? Preceding. And succeeding means it is coming after. So here, start with 0 and 2 and add preceding 2 terms to get the next term. So 0 plus 2, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 2 plus 4, 6. 4 plus 6, 10. 6 plus 10, 16. 10 plus 6, 26. 16 plus 26, 42. So if I want to get the next term, what is the rule? Actually, the rule is we need to add the preceding two terms, right? These are the preceding two terms, not only one, two terms. So I need to add these preceding two terms to get the next term, right? So now we can just write as many terms as we wish. But here, just we need to write only 3 of them. So we are just confined by this. So how are the next number sequence?
Let's see.
Now, what is the difference here?
-4. We'll start
Minus
off
4.
with
How about here?
-4.
Minus 4. How about here?
-4 again.
Good. Then minus 4, minus, it is constant. So can you state the rule for this number sequence?
Start off with 101
Okay.
and subtract 4.
And subtract 4 to get the next term.
Yeah.
Good. So the rule is start with 101 and subtract 4 to get the next term. Right? Subtract 4 from the preceding term to get the next term. Okay, then so 89 minus 4, that is 85. 85 minus 4, that is 81. 81 minus 4, that is 77. Right?
Yeah.
Next. Immediately, let's just see the difference, because in number sequences, always we need to write the difference between consecutive terms. So here we have 5. What is the difference? Okay, it is 4 plus 4. How about here? Plus 4. And how about here? Oh, they're all same. So we should start with 5, right? And add 4 to get the next term. Good. 17 plus 4, 21. 21 plus 4, 25. 25 plus 4, 29. So the next 3 terms must be these numbers, right? How about the next? Here we have the difference is, what is it? Plus 3. And how about here? It is plus 5. How about here? It is plus 7. So can you tell me the rule now for the sequence? What is the rule?
I have the idea, like, I think let's start off with 3. Hold on. Because, like, if you see the differences between, like, the 3, 5, and 7, they're 2.
Okay, what are these numbers?
They're the,
Odd numbers, right?
oh.
Odd numbers, but starting with 3.
3, 5.
Right? So start with 3 and add odd numbers starting with 3, right? 3, 5, 7, 9, right? Or 11, here we have 13. Start with 3 and add the following odd numbers to get the next term, starting with 3. So that is 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 7, 18, 18 plus 9. So the next term will be 27. 27 plus 11, that will be 38. 38 plus 13, that will be 51. Okay?
Yeah, I get it now.
Okay, how about question 2? It says that fill in each box with an appropriate number. State the rule you use to obtain your answer. All right. So can you fill in the blank first? What number we should replace here?
I think we. I think 9.
What?
9.
9, that's correct. Okay. So your answer is correct. Now, can you state the rule? What is the rule for this number sequence?
1, 9 times 1 is 9, right? 3 times 3 is 9. Wait.
Yeah, that's correct. So start with 1, right? And we are multiplying by 3, right? This one multiply by 3, we get 3. Multiply by 3, we get 9. Multiply by 3, we get 27. Multiply by 3, we get 27. Multiply by 3, we get 81. So what is the rule then here? Start with 1 and multiply the preceding term to get the next term, right? This is the preceding term. Multiply this by 3, we get the next term. Multiply by 3, get the next term, right? And multiply by 3, we get the next term, right? So that's the rule. How about in question B?
In the box, I think it's 1.
What should we write here for the box? In the box?
1.
1? Are you sure?
No. Probably.
If you see the what is the how actually these numbers are changing here?
Add 12.
Multiply by 2, right? And multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. Right.
Oh, so then in that case, then it's 6.
So it should be 6. 6 times 2, 12. 12 times 2, 24. 24 times 2, 48. 48 times 2, 96. So what is the rule here? Start with 6 and multiply the preceding term by 2 to get the next term. Right?
Yeah.
Good. How about question C?
Wait, 11, 2, 7,
Okay, here the difference is, okay, plus 2. Here the difference is plus 3. Here the difference is plus 4. So here the difference must be plus 5 then. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 5, it is 16. So what is the rule? Rule is start with 2 and add this whole number starting with 2 to get the next term, right? To get the next term, the first 2 and the second number is 3, 4, 5. How about question D?
I forgot the word. Proceeding. Start off with 1.
Okay.
And I forgot the word. Add the last number to get the 2.
So here it is plus 4. Here plus 1. Here plus 5. Here
Because if you add 1 plus 5, it is 6. 6 plus 5, it is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. So it's 7.
okay, here the difference is 6. Here the difference is 5. Here the difference is 1. Here the difference is 4. Yeah, I think maybe the technical mistake. I don't know. I'll check this question. Okay, wait. I did something wrong here. Question 2D. 1, 5, 6, 11, 17. 1, 5, 6, 11, 17. Okay. So what must be the pattern? Is nothing wrong with the question? Do you see any pattern here?
Yes.
What is it?
1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. 6 plus 11 is 17.
Oh, that's right. So start with 1, right? And 5. To get the next term, just add the preceding 2 terms, right? Okay, I got it now. So 1 plus 5, that is 6. 5 plus 6, that's 11. 6 plus 11, 17. And 11 plus 17, that must be 28. Right?
Yeah.
Good. How about the last question?
Oh, I get it.
Here it is -1.
-1,
Here it is -2. Here it is -3. And -4. Okay, each time we are just subtracting consecutive natural numbers, right? These are consecutive natural numbers. So here 5, then here it should be -5, so that is 26. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a look at this question. Consider the pattern. Now the kind of pattern, 11 minus 2, 3 squared. Here we have 4 ones, 2 twos, 33 squared, and 6 ones and 3 twos. That is 3 squared. And we see it's a kind of pattern, right? And this is the first line and second line and third line and blah, blah, blah. We don't know what line is it. Question, write down the fifth line in the pattern. If you want to write down the fifth line. Okay, in the first line, we have 1, 2. In the second line, 2 twos. In the third line, 3 twos. Okay, now from here, we can deduce that actually in the fifth line, there must be 5 2 twos, right? So in the first line, 2 ones. Second line, 4 ones. Third line, 6 ones. Then in the fifth line, how many ones? 10.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Minus, and how about twos? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the right hand side, the first line, 1, 3, second line, 2, 3, third line. So here we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squared. Maybe with the calculator, if you check this, you'll get the right answer here. Now the question here, and find the values of x and y. On the right hand side, we have how many threes? 2, 3, 3. Altogether 6 threes, right? So what line is it first, Shahina? This is the first line, second line, third line. What line is it?
Sixth line.
Sixth line, right? Why? Because here we have 6 threes here. Is it 6 or 8?
It's 6.
8. So it is 8th line. Right? So if it's 8th line, what is x then?
Oh, I forgot.
How many ones in x? 18, right? 16. Because 8th line, it must be 16. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 1, 2, 3. So that is the value of x. And what is the value of y?
6, 2, hold on.
Look at this. Y is this thing, right?
Yeah.
So in the first line, 1, 2. In the second line, 2 twos. Third line. So in the 8th line, what is it? It is 8 2 twos. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, you see here, because the number of threes and twos is the same. 2 twos, 2 threes. 1, 2, 1, 3. So also here it must be the same, right? Only here we have 2 twos. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, now you will answer this question. Consider the pattern. Do you remember this pattern? What are these numbers, Shahina?
Oh, I forgot the name.
What are these? Huh?
100 numbers.
These are the sum of the first k natural numbers, right?
Oh.
Before I continue, let me just write it down here, because you are going to see that number sequence a lot in grade 8, grade 9, even at university you're going to see this. So here, let me just denote this with S sub n. What is it? It is the first n natural number sum. That is 1 plus 2 plus, not S sub n. Let me just write only S. Okay. I mean, why we got this formula? I'll show you now, because you are going to use this a lot. So you should understand the idea. It is 3 plus dot dot dot, and we continue. Let's say this term is n minus 1. Okay, n minus 1, and next term will be n, right? Now we are trying to get a formula. How do we sum all of these numbers? If you try to add this one by one, it's a lot, right? For example, if I ask you 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 100, how do you add this? Actually, we will just make like this. We know that A plus B is equal to B plus A, right? We have such formula like 3 plus 5 equals 5 plus 3. 10 plus 8 equals 8 plus 10, right? So using this property, I can just rewrite this in this form. Not from 1 to n. How about if I just add this from n to 1? It gives us the same sum. So here, I write this number here first. And I write this thing here. And here we have continue, right? And here we have plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, right? I just write this in the opposite way. So now let me just add side by side. What is S plus S? What is S plus S?
2s.
2S, right? And what is 1 plus N?
1n.
N plus 1, right? What is 2 plus N minus 1?
2n.
N plus 1. Look here, we have 2 plus N minus 1. What is it? 2 minus 1, it is 1, so it's equal to N plus 1, right?
Oh,
As you see here, everything here we have N plus 1. And what is N minus 1 plus 2? Again, it is N plus 1. And N plus 1, the last term, also it is N plus 1.
Oh, oh. Nice.
Oh, excuse me. So did you get it, Shahina?
Yeah, I got it.
But now I have a question for you. Now we have a lot of N plus 1s, right? I have here, I have here, I have here, I have here. Here we have dot, dot, dot. How many N plus 1s we have on the right-hand side? How many?
4.
How many?
4.
Look, here we have, I got 1. And I got another 1. I got another 1. I got another 1. I got another 1, right? Now, how many pairs we have here?
5.
N, right? Because it starts with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until N. So if you just pair these numbers, right? Now, how many N plus 1s I have? I have N. So here we have N plus 1s altogether. Because I have here N numbers, right? So here we have N times N plus 1 using algebra. Divide both sides by 2, we got this formula, N plus 1 over 2. That is how we evaluate the sum of the first N natural numbers. Okay, Shahina, let me just write it here, maybe you understand. I will give a very simple example, how we are what we are doing there. Let me just add these numbers. Here we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. If I ask you to add it, you can just add it, right? Without adding this, I'm saying that it's just equal to 5 times 6 over 2. That is 15. So why? Let me just write this in this way, in the opposite way. Here we have 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Are they equal to each other? Yeah, exactly the same thing, right? Just written in opposite direction.
Oh,
so
yeah.
now, if I add side by side, s plus s, it is 2s. 1 plus 5, 6. 2 plus 4, 6. 3 plus 3, 6. 4 plus 2, 6. 5 plus 1, 6. Now 2s equals, how many 6 do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we have 5, 6. 5 times 6. If you notice here, what is this 5? They are the same because I have 5 numbers here. Now if I divide both sides by 2, what do we got here? S equals 5 times 6 over 2. So actually we were looking for S, right? That S equals simply just 5 multiplied by the next number, that is 6, and divide by 2. Okay, so using this formula now I can evaluate this. What is this sum? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, let's say, 49 plus 50. If I ask you at this, what are these numbers? The sum of the first 50 natural numbers. Using this formula again, just equal to 50 times 51 over 2, which is equal to 50 over 2, that is 25 times 51. That is equal to, and we can just multiply this, 5 times 25, that is 5 times 25, 1, 2, 5, 0, plus 25, that's equal to 1, 2, 7, 5. Okay. All right. So now you should know that actually if you want to find the sum of the first n natural numbers, that is equal to k times k plus 1 over 2. Now see here, that's the same thing. Here we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until some number. We don't know this k. But we know that this sum equals 45. And we know the formula, right? That's equal to k times k plus 1 over 2. So the question is, write down the seventh line in the pattern. What will be the seventh line? The answer to this question will be seventh line, because the first line is until 1, second line is until 2. Seventh line will be like this: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. And which is equal to, do we know how to evaluate this? Sum of natural numbers using the formula. The last number is 7, so that is 7 times 8 over 2, which is equal to 8 over 2. 4 times 7, so this sum equals 28. Okay. Now the next question is find the value of k. How do you find the value of k? Here, again, just because k here, using this, we now have the solve algebraic equation, right? What we have here, k times k plus 1 over 2 equals 45. Equation, algebraic equation. Now if you multiply both sides by 2, what we got here? K plus 1 equals 2 cancels each other. 2 times 45, that is 90. So this 90, can I just write this in this form, something times something plus 1? I can write it as 9 times 10, right? Or k times k plus 1 equals, on the right hand side, on the right hand side we have 9 times 9 plus 1. So Shahina, what is the value of k?
9 and 9 plus 1.
9, right? Because you see the same thing, 9 plus 1. So the value of k is 9. Okay?
Okay.
Another thing, just give me a minute, second actually, because I don't think this will be enough space for us. Okay, Shahina, if you notice here, what we have here. Actually, here we have, if you notice here, we have something like this. Here we have 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus dot 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 plus what we have here. Let's say line 4, that is 4. That is, okay, this is x cubed. And that is equal to, here we have 1 plus 8 plus 27 plus y. So here we have 1 plus 8 plus 27 plus, and here we have y. And that is equal to z, that is equal to z equal 36 squared. Anyway, I just wrote the last actual general line. The general line means any line depending on the value of x. Here, if x equals 1, right, that means that we have only one term. It gives us the first line. If x equals 2, what does it mean? It means that we need to cube the first two natural numbers and add them up. So it gives us the second line. It means that here we have x equals 1. If x equals 2, and this formula gives us the second line. How about if x equals 3, it means that we are talking about the first three numbers. 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, right? That is 1 cube this 1, 2 cubed equals 8, 3 cubed means 3 times 3 times 3, that is 27, right? And if you just add this, 1 plus 8, 9, 9 plus 27, it is 36. And if you notice here, each time, here we got 1, the second number is 9, it is 3 squared. The next number is 36, it is 6 squared. The next number is 100, it is 10 squared. And if you just look at these numbers, here we have 1, here we have 3, and here we have 6, and here we have 10. We are familiar with these numbers. So now let's just first answer the first question. Write down the 6th line. That means that they are asking this, right? It means that we have 6 terms. It is like this: 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube plus 6 cube. Now, if we just add this like this, 1 cubed equals 1, 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. What is 3 cubed?
3 times 3 times 3.
What is it?
That's
What is 3 times 3 times 3?
27.
27. Good. Here we have 27 plus, what is 4 cubed?
4. That's 40. Hold on.
4 times 4 times 4. What is 4 times 4?
4 is 8. No, 16.
16. 16 times 4?
52.
16 times 4.
16 times. That's 64, right?
64. That's correct. So 4 cubed equals 64. And how about 5 cubed? 5 cubed means, what is it? 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5, 25 times 5. And what is 5 times 25? And you can multiply like this. 25 is 20 plus 5. And here
100.
we have 5. 5 times 20, 100. Plus 5 times 5, 25. So that's equal to 125. So 5 cubed is 125. Plus, in a similar way, how about 6 cubed? It is 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6, 36. And 36 times 6, what is it? 216. Right? Because you can just multiply like this. 6 cubed is 6 times 6 times 6. And 6 times 6, 36 times 6. And we can just multiply this as 6 times, what is 36? It is 30 plus 6. 6 times 30, 180. 6 times 6 is 36. 180 plus 36, 216.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so actually that is the 6th line of this pattern. So that is the right hand side. And if you just add this, as you see here, until 64, right, we know the sum. That is equal to 100. So until 64, that is equal to 100. Now if I add 100 plus 125, 100 plus 100, 225, and 225, we add 216, 216, that's equal to 134, that's 5. It is 100, 225, plus 216, 5 plus 6, 11, right, with 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, and the 4 plus 2 plus 2, it is 4, sorry, 4, 4, 1. That is 4, 4, 1. And what is 4, 4, 1? That is equal to 21 squared. Okay. So now, that is 6th line of this number sequence. Now making use of the pattern in A. Find the values of X, Y, and Z. So now we should get back to this question. So that is the last line. We need to find the value of X, Y, and Z. As you see here, we have 36 squared, okay? If you look at these numbers, what do we have here? 1, 3, 6, 10. And if you remember, that actually we are familiar with these numbers. We have just seen them here. Here, as you see here we have 1, 3, 6, 10. What are these numbers? These numbers are the sum of the first natural numbers, right? Here we have the sum of the first 1 natural number, the sum of the first 2 natural numbers, the sum of the first 3 natural numbers, and 4 natural numbers. That means that if this thing is 36 squared, right? First, I need to find, here we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus x, that is equal to 36. And how do we evaluate this? This x, since it is 1 plus 2 plus x, we know the formula. That is x times x plus 1 over 2, right? We have just actually generated this formula. Now, if you multiply both sides by 2, here we have x times x plus 1 equals, how about here? 36 times 2, that is 72. So if x times x plus 1 is 72, can you factor this 72, Shahina? Can you write 72 as a product of 2 numbers whose difference is 1? What is it? 8 times 9.
Oh.
So here, what is 9? I can rewrite this like this. X times x plus 1 is equal to 8 times, what is 9? It is 8 plus 1. So from here then, what is the value of x?
72.
8. Right? X times x plus 1 equals 8 times 8 plus 1. Then x must be 8.
Oh, yeah.
So we got 8 now. If we got 8, what is y? From here, we know that this y represents this thing, right? So I just substitute here, number 2, y is equal to x cubed. Do we know x is 8? It is 8 cubed, which is equal to, what is 8 times 8 times 8? It is 8 times 8 times 8. 8 times 8 times 8 is 64. Again, I can multiply it like this. 8 times 60 plus 4, which is equal to 8 times 0, 0. 8 times 6, 48. Plus 8 times 4, 32. Now, if you add this, 2 plus 0, it is 2. 8 plus 3, 11. We have 1, and here we have 4. That is 512. So that means that the value of y equals 512.
Oh.
Okay. So now can you tell me the value of z, Shahina? What is z then?
Since y equals 512. Wait. Z equals 3.
Can you see this? Z equals this thing, right? Look at this part.
Yeah. The systems.
So z equals 36 squared. And that is equal to, how do you multiply this? 36 times 36. 6 times 6, 36. We have 3. 6 times 3, 18. With 3, it is 21. 3 times 6, 18. We have 1. 3 times 3, 9. So here we have 10. Add them together. 6, 9, 2, 1. So that's equal to 1, 2, 9, 6. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Shahina, we have one more question. You have rest, okay? After 10 minutes, we'll continue. All right? Have some break.